Hello, hello, hello. Well, lately I have had pumpkin fever. I have been doing lots of pumpkin drawings, pumpkins in the pumpkin patch, pumpkins at day, pumpkins in the night, pumpkins stacked high. Yes, I've had pumpkin fever. I saw this little stack at the farmer's market this weekend. And I loved that all the pumpkins weren't perfectly round and that they all weren't orange. There were green ones and white ones there too, which I think is just amazing. I'm sure they look just the same on the inside, but for decorations, it's nice to have more than just orange for a pumpkin. So today, yes, I do want to add more pumpkins, but I want to have more fun with it. I was thinking about an artist who has fun with his artwork, Romero Britto. Romero Britto likes to use lots of colors and beautiful patterns to make his artwork lively, fun, and just a joy to look at. Quite often he uses stripes and then polka dots, lots of polka dots. Sometimes I've seen flowers and then these squiggles and little lines and dots. So I incorporated a lot of that in my design. I'm going to show you how I did that. Here's another example. I added stars in this one just for fun. I'm going to show you how I did that right away. First things first, let's draw the pumpkin. Now, when I started drawing the pumpkin, just like I've done in a previous lesson, I started with an oval in the middle of the page. Not too wide, but not too thin. This is for our pumpkin. And then I add a curved line to the right, and it bumps up a little bit that down there, and another one on the left, similar to that. What I like about pumpkins is that there aren't too many that are perfectly round, and I like the ones that have all these ridges and bumps like this. Here we go. Make another on this side and one more on the left. Now for this pumpkin, if you notice from my example, I had a picture frame. Let me show you how that's done before we add the stem, because I don't want the stem to get too much in the way. I'm going to go to each corner and make a small diagonal line that points inward towards the pumpkin. So here's another one. I'm trying to make them all about the same length. No, I'm not using exact measurements. And the last one here, there. So what I'll do now is I'll draw a straight line and connect the end of that diagonal line with the one below it. Would have been straighter if I'd used a ruler, but I don't really want to. I want this to just be a more relaxed drawing, nothing uptight. Okay, so I've done both sides. Now I need to do the top and bottom. For that, I'm going to turn my paper so that I can do this really long line all the way across the page. And now the bottom. Same thing. Concentrate and try to make it straight. Well, that's the best you can do. Just do your best. You know, when you try something new and you're not good at it yet, the more that you work at it, the better you'll get. So I say keep trying. So I'm using a marker to draw. Hopefully you're using pencil so you can stop and erase. Okay, now I'm going to add the stem by adding two curved lines at the top of this pumpkin. And then I connect them with a straight line across. Now, in order for this pumpkin to look even more round, I'm going to add a curved line here and then one back here. So from this last part of the pumpkin, I made a curved line to the stem, and from this last part on this side, I make a line over and curve it to the stem. Just looks fuller and rounder. Okay, the things that Romero Britto liked to do was add stripes. So I'm going to take one section and I'm just going to make some lines here. Then I'm going to go back and paint, color, whatever in a striped pattern. Sometimes he would take a section, like a larger section, and break it in half. There are often lines that go there are often lines that go through his artwork like this or like this. He uses some bold black lines to outline his different sections and make them stand out from one another. But what really makes them stand out is the different patterns and colors that he uses. And he's very consistent about always being super colorful with his artwork. I first learned about this artist while watching Summer Olympics a few years ago. And I was like, wow, he's amazing. And it's an artist that is still alive. Okay, so I'm going to do a polka dot pattern on this one. So I'm going to start by making a row of polka dots. I space them out equally down the middle. And then off to the side and in between, I'm going to add these. They don't all fit, but that's okay. So this I should be able to get a whole one here. And I'm thinking about the patterns of polka dots. Polka dots are so fun. It's one of my favorite patterns. Polka dots. Okay. Maybe here I'll add more lines. But this time I'll make them diagonal. Sometimes he does a flower design, and it's just your basic little flower. And I think that's very fun. His patterns and designs just evoke happiness. All right, there we go. I'm going to do one of these sections with like some squiggles and some lines just like he does. Then I'm going to make lines going this way. And then I'm going to add some dots in there because that's what he does as well. That was so easy. Now I'm going to do big polka dots up here. Big ones. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I have stripes that are horizontal, stripes that are diagonal. I think I'm going to make stripes that go straight up and down for this section of the pumpkin. Okay. Okay, over here I think I will add some spirals. And some little lines and some dots to make it more Britto-ish. Back here, I think I'll make some stripes there. Oh, there's something I forgot that he often uses. Hearts. I'll put those on the stem. Sometimes he uses hearts. Good. And I'll just leave that a solid shape since it's so small. You can add more different designs around the outside in your picture frame. And the one that I started here, I added stripes that are thick here, stripes that are thin up there, polka dots and hearts. And then there are all these designs inside. I decided to leave this area with white, but I think I'm going to go back here and add some green because I don't want too much white on this pumpkin. I want color, color, color. One thing Romero Britto really emphasizes in his work is the way that the color gives a feeling. Often His artwork has been seen at children's hospitals, and he's donated artwork there and money, I believe. And that just shows that this is an artist with a big heart. That when kids are sick, they get to look at his beautiful, colorful artwork as they try to recover and get better and go home to their families. I think that's amazing to be able to share your art in that way. So that's Romero Britto, a pumpkin in the Romero Britto style. Keep working on yours and come back and see me again. We'll create more cool stuff.